Hey, JW's back here. Back after my shoulder surgery. My shoulder's still a little stiff. I just got out of the sling. But I'm going to attempt to fly today. Hopefully I can fly with a bit of a stiff shoulder. But here at Cortlandville Park, and just going to fly around the park and maybe see some fall colors. There's not many left, but I think I got a good spot for them, and we'll see some other stuff around the park here. All right, so I got the drone here at half court, the basketball court here at the park. Now we're going to go into our pre-flight checklist here. Return to home altitude is 200 feet. There's no trees around, so that should be fine. We got our max altitude set at 400 feet, which is the max. And then flight distance is unlimited. So everything looks good there. I'm going to hit the record button. Start recording. We'll hit the side button here for our takeoff. Hold that down. So just getting ready for the takeoff here. Home point has been updated. Go out a little bit. Come on back. For a close up. And we'll go ahead and take on off. So fly around here a little bit. Just to make sure we got our GPS working. Picture looks good, so I don't think I'll change any of that. And we'll yaw around here to take a look at where I'm taking off from. Standing right in the pavilion here. They got bathrooms, obviously the pavilion, a little bit of a playground here. Over there were some horseshoe pits. Of course, the basketball court. And then down this way, softball field. Go ahead and fly out there a little bit. About 25 feet up right now, so. Take a look at the field. Just standing in the pavilion so I can see the screen better, blocking out the sun. Tilt the gimbal up a little bit. So I'm going to fly back over the court so I got a better starting reference. You can get a better look at the park here as well. This is where my son had his high school graduation. Some pretty good colors up here, so we'll head up there. We're about 75% battery here. Tilt it down so we can see the ground and off in the distance. Right about there is good. We'll go over the railroad tracks and then the river. I'm going to go ahead and stop here and get some altitude first. Go up to about 200 feet. There we go. We'll head out and take a look at some of those colors on the mountain out there. Now that first road there is Kellogg Road. Make sure there's no cars coming, and then there's one there. Wait for those cars to go by, and then we'll go ahead and cross. Or excuse me, that was 11 there. My bad. Kellogg Road's behind me. That's my mistake. And now we're coming up on 81. Want to get too close to that tower without getting some more altitude, but I do want to, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go up. So we can get a look at some of these colors. Wasn't a very good year for fall foliage, but there's some good ones here. So okay, so I'm at max altitude now. I can't go up any higher. And we'll just yaw around slow and take a look at the colors. We won't cross over 81 here. I'm just going to go down a little bit so that warning goes away. There it goes. The max you can fly is 400 feet for a drone. All right, I'm going to head down into the town of Hartford Mills. We'll go down to the bridge and then we'll turn around. You can see the railroad tracks. We'll take the railroad tracks back. See, they're off to the right-hand side there. This is my first flight attempting to let you guys on board the cockpit here. And that crosshair I got turned on, you can turn that on or off. It's just to give you a guide of where, if you want to take pictures, to center up pictures and whatnot. Now we'll head on back towards the park. What I want to do is head out over this way to get a look at some of the flooding. It's not really flooding right now, but we just get rain day after day here. So you can see how the river has overflowed its banks here. I like to come to a stop when I go higher or lower. We'll go down to about 300 or so. And maybe 275. Yeah. Down to 250. So you can get a better look at the river. I did kayak down this river from Cortland all the way to Whitney Point. It was about 25 miles one summer. A lot of low points. You'd have low points and then you'd have white water all of a sudden, so a lot of trudging through the water. The kayaks, the water level was too low, you had to drag your kayak through. And then all of a sudden you'd run into adventurous white water. Now we're heading back towards Cortland. And we're at about 53%. I think we'll go till we hit about 50%, and then we'll head on back. The drone will let you know as well when to return. Want to get a good look at this. Is a man-made lake. It's actually where they dig out gravel and whatnot, gravel pit. I've had this on another video, I believe, on my Buck B. Mears TV history video. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer than I did in that video. The wind isn't as bad as it was that day. Had the old Mini then, so it wasn't as good in the wind. But you can see the river runs right alongside of it. What I'm going to do here is I don't want to risk my battery, so I'm going to go ahead and do the zoom. Get a better look at it there. It's 2 times. And then the 3 times zoom. It really wants to yaw quickly when you can see some of the equipment that they use to dig out the lake. And it's still an active dig. They were talking about making a park when they're all done digging here, but we can get a look at the train as well here. I'll go ahead and do that. Train on the track, it's not moving. You can see there are actually some trucks moving down there. I don't want to get too far away from home right now. My battery's down. Probably should have charged it longer, but didn't have time. There's the train. Go ahead and take the zoom off. Spin back around here. And we'll head on back. Get a good look at the valley here. Arm's starting to hurt from holding the controller, my shoulder I should say, so could have stayed up a little bit longer probably, but there's a good shot right there. I'm going to yaw around just a little bit. Maybe take a picture here. I like that picture right there. You can see that house has got some flooding onto it. All right, let's keep heading back. Towards the park here. Kind of yaw around a little bit so you can see the colors as I'm going back. Just a beautiful little spot here. I've been wanting to fly at this park for a while. Just because it is so open and just a good place to fly. You can see the parking area now coming back this way. So before I land, we'll take one last look around. Go around slow here. I haven't perfected my settings for yawing, so sometimes on the video it looks a little bumpy when I yaw around. You really got to feather the stick too. Go slow. Little fast there. Okay, so it's wanting me to land now, so. And like I said, when it gets low enough, it'll actually land itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you right along for the landing if I can. Try to get right over the basketball court here. And like I said, this is another spot where those crosshairs come in really nice. And I've had my eye on the screen the whole time. I didn't even have to look up. I'm looking up at the drone now, of course, but those crosshairs let me know right where I am. And we're down for the landing. Thanks for coming along.